great. And then the next bit is you push me in, I bang my head. I've still got it's a great scar though.
You're laughing your head off, weren't you?
Yeah, I was laughing my head off. Yeah, I was drunk, and then I went out and got it stitched up at a doctor's, and then I was like, right, come on, let's go and have it. And then I met up with you lot at some club or something.
Yeah, I think the doctor said, don't go out and drink.
Yeah. Out drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I won't.
When I look back over time, the other bond we share that we don't even share with our wives or our children is that feeling of being us. There's only us who knows how it feels to be us. That makes it special too.
First tonight, why did Robbie leave Take That?
Oh, that's what we were saying.
Thousands of fans are still in shock following yesterday's announcement that Robbie Williams has quit Take That. The band intends to carry on as normal.
Does anyone watch any of this stuff as it was happening?
No.
We were in rehearsals, probably.
Yeah.
With or without Robbie, Take That seem determined to carry on. They're still rehearsing for their forthcoming British tour, but the group seem reluctant to talk about the split.
And still are. Move on.
Well, as upset and as disturbing as it was when you did leave, we was in the middle of doing a tour, we just had to get on with it. You're totally lost in what you're actually doing at that time, and you don't really know how it's affecting people as well.
To the future now, this is what I see. The hardest thing for me about Robbie leaving when I look back was how we just carried on working. It was just like, oh, he's gone. We were so programmed at that time that we'd lost our feelings.
What surprises me now is how spoken I was about it. And I don't know why that was. I didn't ask why. I know how to be funny to the camera or spin on my head, but I didn't know how to really communicate in other ways.
We've said goodbye. The taxi cab is waiting. Now don't you cry.
He missed the lads because I remember him saying when he joined, I've got 4 brothers, and we'll be forever together. And he said, I haven't got them now.
The band were about to embark on a world tour when Robbie left. Although they carried on and toured as planned, the writing was on the wall.
After months of speculation, the news that every Take That fan had been dreading.
Nice jacket, Howard.
The most successful band of the decade is splitting up.
Have you grown into that yet?
No. We've decided that the time is right. We've done all we can do is Take That. We took it to a level well beyond any of our expectations.
At that moment in time when it is splitting up, you sort of accept it because you're so exhausted. You don't have that time at that moment to actually grasp what it is you're doing. Yeah. You know, what the future is. You know, I didn't even think about the future until about 6 months later. Yeah, it's a weird.
At that point, he started coming around my house a lot and bringing his old video cameras. Used to have to sit there with him for hours.
And then there's this bit in Beijing, remember this?
Oh, yeah, I remember this. I was there, remember?
Yeah, well, they'd moved on to his solo career. He wasn't bothered, yeah, you know what I mean? That's the whole reason we split up.
Oh, no. We were young back then. It was all crazy. We've all had ups and downs and shifts left and right.
For me, I think you spent your first 20 years living it.
Yeah.
And then your next 20 years sorting out the last 20 years.
When another member of the band, Robbie Williams, left last year, a special helpline had to be set up for anguished fans. Take That say they may do the same thing again.
I just remember being totally and utterly devastated because it felt like they'd always been there and I didn't really know what to do.
And I literally had about a week off school because I was so upset and unconsolable. And they sent me home and I didn't go home. I went straight to Jason's house.
It was a horrendous time in my life and I did probably blame Robbie. Even when Take That split up, I did blame Robbie for a long time. I've gotten over it, I'm glad to say. It took me maybe 20 years.
I
I was one of those girls that did phone the Samaritans helpline. Those women just did an amazing job. They so patiently listened to me while I was sat there sticking my 10p's in the phone box. They must have been thinking, oh my goodness me, this is a pop group that's split up. But to a 15-year-old girl, that's actually very important. These days, in my job as a police officer, I've got a lot of time for teenage girls because I don't think we realise how emotional it can be. So much is down to Take That and how they are, and I'm just grateful that they came back. Whether it be in a 3, a 4 or a 5, I'm just grateful, so thank you, Take That.
Songs that's had a reboot. Earlier this year, Take That went back into the studio to re-record some of their biggest hits. And there's a distinguished guest joining Mark and Gary. Take That first covered the Bee Gees' How Deep Is Your Love back in 1996.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, hold that guy. Hold him.
Yeah.
One more time.
Okay.
Can I just ask one question? Have we been singing the wrong lyric for 20 years?
Yeah, we have.
We've been singing the wrong lyric for 20 years. Yeah, we've been singing I Really Need to Learn.
Can you believe it? Idiots. Very good. That's your best one.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to do a couple of passes, if possible, where we come in and sing with you as well.
Okay.
On that chorus.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
It's funny for us after all this time to hear you, the songwriter and the artist.
It's strange for me because I no longer have those two brothers with me all the time.
Yeah.
And I use girls on stage.
Do you?
And that sounds amazing.
Does
but it's
it?
not the same.
Not
it's
the
still
same.
a lonely feeling.
Okay. Know what you're doing?
No. I know, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
One take, job done, let's go.
Where's me bike?
When I was little, my mum used to play all the albums on repeat all the time. Me and my mum used to have a lot of disagreements. We used to argue, we used to fight, and Take That was the only thing that we could sit and have a chat about for a long time. You've always had such a strong and powerful presence in mine and my mum's life and relationship that I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done, and that we will be, always have been eternally grateful.
The boys have headed back to Greater Manchester to surprise a very special choir.
We are a choir made up of people who were directly affected by the Manchester Arena bombings that happened in 2017.